There's an interesting thing I noticed about the trolls. There was a gentleman. Well, first I want to explain this. The young lady that I've spoken about at length on this channel, people probably know her name by now, was targeted by at least two trolls that were targeting me, and their names were Ice Queen and Russian Robot. Of course, they're not their real names. They're, troll names. They're troll accounts. And these names have appeared in the comment section of Daywave Radio. And what I think is these are alternates of these programs. These so-called radio programs seem to be nothing but super large trolling accounts. And the trolls, the so-called fans of these channels, seem to be armies of trolls. Or alternate accounts of the programs themselves that simply subscribe to the channel to increase the views. I did notice Nice Wolf put out a red alert when I put out that I'm trying to get the physical address of Revenge of the Cis, and I do need that. I need Royce Lopez's physical address and any of their physical addresses, and I need the physical address of the Revenge of the Cis studios. I was told this by the police, and I was told this by 3 attorneys that are personal friends of mine. That's what they don't understand. I have personal friends that work in law enforcement. They don't understand this. I don't like calling in favors, but I will if I have to. I have personal friends that work in law enforcement, and I have personal friends that work as attorneys, defense attorneys primarily, but other kinds of attorneys, real estate attorneys, etc. But that's unimportant. An attorney is an attorney. They understand the law. My point is that I need the physical address of the Revenge of the Cis. But with these trolls, what I've noticed, because I need that to give to the police or the FBI or whoever, or the FCC or whoever. I was told that by both the police and the attorneys that are my friends that I'm consulting with at the moment. So I need that. I need that muy rápido, okay? So what I noticed is my former friend, I can't really call her my friend anymore, Eliana, was targeted by these people. And I just noticed a gentleman that has been standing up for me, and I really commend you. His name's Empowered Individual Branndon, or EI Branndon. And I encourage people that feel they've been victims of gang stalking to subscribe to his channel, or organized harassment, or whatever we want to call it. Please subscribe to his channel. Please support him. He's been targeted for making a video in defense of me. And they didn't like that he was standing up saying, I don't really think James is a stalker, okay? And the truth is, I'm not really a stalker, as I've shown. And I disproved the nonsense from Daywave Radio. If people will simply go to my Instagram. Now, I did take down the baby pictures because they were inappropriate. I did that because I wasn't thinking clearly because I was angry, okay? And that wasn't coming from a right place. And I do apologize, Eliana, if you're watching this. I didn't mean to do that and offend you or anything like that. I wasn't trying to dox you. I was just trying to prove I'm not crazy. Because they were making me look crazy. They were saying, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry for doing that, okay? But the thing is, it seems that I'm the main target. And anybody. Now, how it started with Eliana is they started picking on me, saying I was a communist and a dialectical materialist and all this stuff. And Eliana, who at the time was a Peronist, she's not a Peronist anymore, that I'm aware of. I know she doesn't seem too happy with the Peronists. But there's a difference between a true Peronist, which is what Eliana was, and these liberal, limp-wristed Peronists that are in office now, like Alberto Fernandez and Kirchner. But what it was Eliana was standing up for me because people don't understand. Third positionism is socialist, does support social justice. In fact, justicialism, the name justicialism comes from social justice. Social justice under justicialism or National Socialism or Italian fascism is just different, or communism for that matter, is different than what weirdos call social justice. Social justice under third positionism is about the equity of all classes, not weird things like different rights for different people and crap like that. But my point is these trolls, these are the same people, and they are targeting people. For whatever reason, I'm their main target that I can see. And then anybody that stands up for me, they become targets until they become silenced. And I actually do think that's what happened to Eliana. And Eliana, don't worry. I think one of the main reasons they're trying to keep me out of Argentina is they can't keep us apart once I get to Argentina. And if you see me, you see me. I'm not saying that you want to see me. I don't even know what's going on at this point. This gets weirder and weirder and weirder by the day. This is like an onion of craziness. I mean, this is frickin' nuts. But I'm beginning to figure it out. And this is related to the organized harassment and gang stalking. It really is. And I do think my former employer is involved, because it did used to amplify every time I would blow the whistle on my former employer. This seems to be a network of harassment, and it does seem to be connected. Like Rose McGowan, I think, was onto something. People look into Rose McGowan, see what she had to say. I made a video about it. This is very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And I thought it was funny because I think, like, my main instructor, people questioned my role in building the curriculum for training sky marshals. And I think what happened on my LinkedIn, my head instructor who I worked with on that, well, actually, I worked with him. He was in charge of it, amongst other people. We had a lot of people working on that. But I think they looked up his name, which is Donald W. Drum. Donald W. Drum is an internationally renowned martial artist, and he's a personal friend of mine and the person that taught me how to fight. So if you look up Donald W. Drum Tung Soo Do, you'll see what I've learned. And I think that's what they did, and I think that's why Royce looked like he was crying when he goes, "If you get the ticket for Argentina, throw it in the trash." Because he's a wuss. He's a wuss. And when I think what it is they like to call me a strip mall martial artist. Well, they found out I'm a little bit more than a strip mall martial artist. And I have friends in places where they claim to have friends. They claim to be involved in the Department of Homeland Security. They claim to be involved in the FBI. I'm not involved in the Department of Homeland Security. I'm not involved in the FBI. But I know people that are, okay? They don't. They're phonies. They're all phonies. So that's what you need to keep in mind. There is something going on. There is definitely some kind of organized conspiracy against the average person. But I'm not sure it's involved with the DHS. Okay? Something else is going on. But there's definitely some kind of organized conspiracy. I do think it was funny how Nice Wolf was worried that I was getting them doxxed. If these people were really involved with the U.S. government, they would not worry about being doxxed. Why wouldn't they worry about being doxxed? There's something called governmental immunity. Look, people need to learn about how our government works. If they were really members of the government, if they were like the NSA or the CIA or any of the things they claim to be, nothing would happen to them because they have governmental immunity. Dig what I'm saying? So they're average everyday dorks. They're nerds. They're basement-dwelling dorks. So don't fear them. Don't fear them. What has to happen is the people like us that are being targeted have to work together as much as they're working together to destroy us. So consider that. By the way, I want to give a shout out again to what's-his-face, empowered individual Branndon, or EI Branndon. Okay, he's done a lot to defend me, and I appreciate that. And Eliana, don't think I forget that you defended me originally. I don't know what's going on with you right now, but it seems like something's going on with you right now. I care about you. I will be down eventually, and whether you see me or not, again, that's up to you, hun. That's all for this video. Over and out.